Module 6, finally, we will look at resources for paramedics. So resources can be really helpful, but are not absolutely necessary, an important point to keep in mind. You can just support a person simply by using a piece of paper and marker or pen, drawing a pen scale, draw a clock, offer written choices, as we had demonstrated earlier. Just ask the person to show you. Depending on the situation you're in, you may want more resources or you may have more resources available. So here is a toolkit that was actually created by the Aphasia Institute with their trainings. And it's a summary of the various principles of supported conversation that are put together within this toolkit. So feel free to go back and take a look at that if you'd like to review what we have talked about during this presentation today. You can see here one of the Aphasia Institute resources. It's a lovely setup here of visuals with the yes, green for go, yes, go ahead, with the check mark, no, red, stop, X, stop, mean the same thing. The question, we're not sure, the person didn't understand, or you didn't understand, or nobody understood, and wrong track, the conversation is not going. You could always say, am I on the right track, or should we start again? And here is an alphabet board. So just the letters of the alphabet clearly on a single board with the numbers below from 1 to 9 with a 0, the options to repeat, to start again. And when you reach, or the person reaches the end of the word, when to use a board like this or a support like this. Typically, this is not that effective for people with aphasia because language is the basis of the problem. But for other individuals who have speech difficulties or deficits due to conditions such as ALS, MS, Parkinson's disease, for people where English is a second language, the person spelling or partially spelling the word that they're trying to get out could be extremely helpful.
And here we have another resource, a clock. So if you're asking the person what time they had medication or what time they had the fall, or I know one of the questions is when was your last meal? So this can be a helpful resource as well. And emotions, how do you feel? So sometimes it can be difficult to label the emotions, and it's helpful. As you can see how it's laid out here, you've got the pictures, you've got the word. And as you could see in our videos, you could have a pain scale. You could draw that pain scale yourself. You could use the, provide the written choices. But if you do want to have some resources available, you can use these as well. But as Vivian mentioned, don't be discouraged if you don't have these physical resources in your hands, because if you have a piece of paper and a marker, piece of paper and a pen, you can do so much with that. And here's another resource that maybe would help those paramedics that are in the community setting. The community paramedics, this is an example of a page from the Aphasia Institute talking about series that is free to download, and you can get that on the website. And this is information about medical tests and exams. So here we have the Aphasia Institute. It's a great resource. You can get Participix, which we've used a lot of the Participix in our presentation today. And as I mentioned, the Talking About Complete series, free download for healthcare professionals in Ontario, as well as What is Aphasia booklets. And then there's a video that the Aphasia Institute has for talking to your family member or friend with aphasia. And here are the references that we've used for this presentation and this training. And we thank you for taking the time to learn more about aphasia and people who know more than they can say and how to support them using supported conversation. Thank you.